What's up, everybody? It's JR with BarthelFitness. I have a special surprise for you today, and that's an interview with the one, the only Nick Wright, the natural teen bodybuilder. If you haven't heard of Nick Wright before, well, then you're probably not watching YouTube videos. But if you haven't, please check out the more information below. You can see his channel, straight link there. Please subscribe, comment, all that great stuff on his channel. Thank him for doing this interview. I wanted to pick his brain. Nick Wright is a teen bodybuilder who has seen great success. If any of you guys have been following his channel, you have seen that. Everything from getting sponsored, being a signed model, and all these great things that he's doing with the healthy sport of bodybuilding. So I kind of wanted to pick his brain, get some information from him, do a fun interview, let you guys get to know Nick Wright on a better level, as I know myself and you guys have seen a lot of his videos. So please, in the comment section below, let me know who you want me to interview next. I will give a little secret tip on who's next. He goes by the name of Lee Hayward. A lot of you guys have probably heard about him, so I'm very excited about that. Without further ado, here is the Nick Wright interview. Once again, thank you, Nick, so much. He's got a competition coming up. Show him some support, show him some love. Other than that, guys, peace, be well.
What's going on, guys? It's Nick Wright. 7 weeks out now from the 2010 New York State Championships. And thanks a lot, Jonathan, for having me on here today. My favorite part about being a bodybuilder is definitely a hard question to answer, because I think to be successful in bodybuilding, 100%, you need to love every aspect about it, from the diet to the training to the resting. Everything needs to be essential and your number one priority in order to really succeed in the sport and lifestyle. So I gotta say, I pretty much love everything it entails. I love the whole lifestyle of it, and of course I love the results. I love being able to see the results of more weight being lifted every workout, more size being put on, just seeing your body transform as you want it to, almost like a project that you're working on. There's nothing better than that. And of course the attention it brings, like on a beach. The most important aspect of dieting is definitely knowing your stuff on dieting. Too many people just don't know their body on nutrition. So they'll take a diet that a pro bodybuilder uses and they'll try to apply it to themselves, and it just doesn't work. So you really have to know your body and what your body responds to. So the most important aspect of dieting is definitely knowing what your body requires for it. On top of that, it's just making sure you stay disciplined and dedicated to the diet. Diet and discipline are the two things that will separate pros from amateurs any day. I'm actually not currently taking a supplement stack. I'm not using any sort of supplements apart from RTN's Bionic Edge Mass Builder, and you can check out my video on that on the channel. But that has about 20 different branched chain amino acids in it, as well as finely isolated protein, and a good source of real carbohydrates. So it's like a good meal with some good branched chain amino acids in it. Aside from that, I'm not taking any sort of supplement. The hardest question I get asked a lot is actually, what is my favorite muscle group to train? And it's hard because, again, I think to be successful in bodybuilding, you need to love every single muscle group that you're training when you're training it. You need to be able to put full dedication and attention into each training session to be able to get the most from it. Otherwise, you're going to be favoriting certain groups, and certain groups will be getting more than others. So I've really taught myself to love leg day as much as I love chest day, and shoulders as much as back. So my least favorite groups would probably be abdominals and calves, because those are just never fun. One thing most people do wrong, I guess if I were to sum up one thing out of the whole lifestyle, would be not doing their research beforehand. Too many people just try to jump right into training and think it's all about training, and they don't get their food down, they don't get their eating and the nutrition down, or they don't even get their training down correctly. They'll see what one person does and think that's how you get big. You really have to learn what works for you, and you have to learn all areas of nutrition and training in order to be successful. So basically, research, ask questions, and watch my videos is the real way to getting successful. Stats. I haven't been asked my lifting stats since high school, I don't think. I actually don't max out. I remember asking Ronnie Coleman what his max bench was when I was about 14 years old, and his exact answer was, I'm a bodybuilder, not a power lifter. All I know is I'm strong and I can lift a lot. That's pretty much the only answer I have at this point. My bench press has never been too strong. When I first started, when I was 14 years old and 105 pounds, I was maxing out 60 to 65 pounds. It took me forever to get my bench press up. Now, if I were to max out, I'd predict it'd probably be somewhere around 325. But I usually don't go above 275 to 295 for a low rep set. Deadlifts, I'm pretty strong in. I can do a full set of 405, so I'd probably be hanging around 550 for a max out. And squats, again, 405 for 6 reps on box squat was my my latest feat. So I'm not sure what my 1 rep maxes are, but those are the stats I do have. I gotta say, this is the first time I've been asked that particular question in any interview, which is why this interview is the best so far. The haters on YouTube. The thing is, YouTube is one site where you're completely anonymous. You don't have to set up a profile with your picture or any info about you if you don't want to. So I think it gives people a chance to really vent. If someone's feeling down about themselves or whatever, they just vent and they take it out on other people, and there's no repercussions because it's completely anonymous. That's why I've learned to completely ignore YouTube. A lot of people say, I don't let the haters bother me, I don't let the comments get to me, blah, blah, blah. I think that's a lot of lies, because I know firsthand that it really bothered me. When I first started, people would insult me, and it set me in a bad mood all day. It'd take away my motivation, it'd send me into like a depressed mind state. I wasn't dealing with the criticism too well, because a lot of it's rude. But then, you know, I started realizing what's really important. I started getting magazines to like me. I started getting in touch with photographers. I got sponsored. I was traveling around. So really the attention I was getting from the right places didn't match the negative comments. So then I kind of started realizing it's just people on YouTube who are jealous of other people getting attention. And you'll see it in anywhere. You'll see it in bodybuilding. You'll see it in car racing, music videos, whatever it is.
Makeup gurus.
Makeup gurus from my girlfriend over here. There's just haters everywhere because, again, it's anonymous. People can vent. So at this point, I really don't care about anyone's thoughts. I finally got over that hump and learned what's important and self-love and all that. So I just focus on my own thing, focus on doing what I love doing and making a career from it, and really don't pay attention to anyone's thoughts or care about anyone's thoughts anymore in that aspect. So I don't really look at the comments. I'm sure if I were to go on my videos and look at all the comments, I'd probably have a heart attack. But in the meantime, I'm just focusing on doing myself, and that's really all that matters. So gotta say, a lot of good things have come from it. Thanks a lot for having me on here, guys. It's been awesome. I appreciate the interview, and I hope to work with you again soon. Check out my channel and watch for me in 6 weeks, the New York State Championships.